back to the channel, everybody. I appreciate you clicking on today's video. We have a very exciting one today. Back behind my S650, I have a package from Corsa. Now, we are swapping off the factory mufflers. However, it does not sound stock currently. If you haven't seen this car already or been on the page, this car has a HELLHORSE twin turbo kit. That goes back to a Steeda H-pipe, which goes back to the factory active exhaust. So today what I'm going to be doing is taking off the factory exhaust, the factory mufflers, and switching it for the Corsa axleback. When Corsa reached out, I was very relieved to see that they offer the active exhaust, because the active exhaust on this car is one of my favorite functions. I don't want to do this on my garage floor, so I'm gonna head over to Foster. If you guys know Mad Detailing, head over to his house where he has a lift, and it'll be a lot easier to do this install. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the box, if I can, into the S650, make the drive over there, and let's get into this install. I did want to remind you guys that at 100,000 subs, I'm giving away a HELLHORSE twin turbo kit, custom exactly how you want it. There's a $12,000 turbo kit for 2015 through 2023 Mustangs. You get to design it, and it's on my dime, so make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, never mind, I'm a big liar. I cannot fit this box back here, so I'm gonna unbox it at home, put everything in there, and then I'll drive over there. Okay, well, I was wrong. I thought that this did not come with the X-pipe. I thought it was just the axle back, but we also got the X-pipe, so that's kind of hype. Okay, so we have our X-pipe. We have one of our mufflers right here, and then as I mentioned, it is an active setup, so it opens and closes the valves just like the factory active exhaust, and I believe it just has factory connections, so it just connects right to it. Well, that worked a lot better. Fits like a glove, got everything in there, so now we're going to get our last cold start with the factory mufflers, and then we'll head over to Foster's. So I made it to Foster's. We're about to put this thing up on the lift. First, we want to get some before clips of what this thing sounds like, so we're going to go through each mode. All right, so this is quiet mode. Go ahead. Throw it in normal. All right. Now just go straight to track. Yeah. Sounds pretty good. So this is the current setup. Like I said, we have a Steeda H pipe, and then that goes to our twins. Now, I don't know if we're gonna have any complications putting on the Corsa X pipe, but I guess once everything's taken apart, we will figure that out. We're gonna worry about the
This is factory size though, the small length.
I have no idea.
That's all. That would make sense.
I don't know.
Yeah,
sure. So before we worry about all the complicated stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop the back end, because that part should be fairly straightforward. Hey Foster, just letting you know I'm charging you about $350 for this plug right here. I think we should just leave them like that. That's kind of what the RCF looked like. So factory exhaust is off, Steeda H pipe is off. That may have to go back on though, because again, Jeff did some custom fabrication, and I don't know if the Corsa X-pipe is going to fit. Here's a little side-by-side comparison of the factory exhaust versus the Corsa's. Good bit bigger. Before we throw everything back on, we obviously need to get a turbo dump startup. Everybody says this is the exhaust that I should have had in the first place, but since this is my daily, I like to have the full exhaust.
Yeah, it's really not loud at all.
All right, I'm selling it. So next step is we're swapping over the hangers, the valves, and all of the wiring over to the Corsas, because it reuses all of your factory stuff, so you don't get any codes or anything. And then at least the mufflers should bolt back on. X-pipe or H-pipe, that's still a question at hand. Here's a little comparison between the Steeda H-pipe and the Corsa X-pipe. Corsa's a lot longer, first of all. But as you see, the connection on the Steeda is a lot smaller. I think it's 2 or 2.5 inch versus the 3 inch on the Corsa. So that is why there's a little bit of complication on the connection. There's no way that it being so much longer is just gonna work, right?
About to. You were gonna do this in your garage by yourself?
Well, I didn't know it had the X pipe too. That wasn't supposed to come with it. So, the X pipe should be, I think they're supposed to be a little bit raspier than the H pipe. But good news is, Jeff was getting mad at me for having the 2-inch H pipe, so this should open it up a little bit more.
Dude, I swear it's like in, but it's not in. Dude, that's something good. Right there. Look at that. We read like half a page of instructions, and I think we'll be fine.
Those are suggestions.
Exactly.
That pulled it down a little bit. I still think it's fine. Why did it do that?
Looks good. Gotta throw the tips on. We went with the 4-inch slashed. Obviously they're valves, so you can see back there, that's what opens and closes whenever you want to change modes. Final step is putting on the tips. Like I said, everything is a factory connection, and then it's just V-bands right there. So 4 tips, we should be good to go. So now, turbos. Back to the Corsa X pipe, back to the active mufflers with the black slashed tips.
It's working. That's closed. That's open. Yeah. Yo.
Well, valves definitely make a difference.
It's definitely got that. That's got that a Corsa extreme, like, just.
The following morning after installing the Corsa exhaust, I wanted to see everything in the light, plus give you guys an authentic cold start. So today, this morning, it's gonna be the first time it started all day. So your first actual cold start, then we'll go out for some driving. So now we're gonna go for an actual drive. I've got the Insta360 connected. I'm trying to not get you guys a bunch of wind noise. I have these little muffs on there, but I'm not gonna lie, this thing definitely makes a lot of wind noise. So we're gonna hop in the car, go for a rip, and see how it sounds inside the car. That was a drive right there. I don't think we can do any more first gear hits as it just slip and slides across the entire road, so. roll into it for a second.
Just do a first gear hit.
It'll just spin the whole time. This thing's nasty.
It is pretty nice.
And then we can behave in the neighborhood.
Quiet mode.
Quiet mode. It's an eco boost.
Eco boost.
Can't even hear it. It's just gone. Sounds like one of those old classic muscle cars. It just has the big box mufflers. So in conclusion for today's video, if you were looking at getting the Corsa Active exhaust for your 2024 Mustang, it's a must-have. It is actually insane, especially the difference between the valves being open and closed. I mean, going through my neighborhood, you can't even hear the motor at all. It's just turbo, which is kind of cool. But if you don't have turbos, it's literally just bone silent. Let me know what you guys think. I know I was a little bit nervous to switch from the factory mufflers because they actually sound good this year for some reason, but switching to the Corsas made it even better. At least that's my opinion. But again, huge thank you to Corsa for sending that kit out. I know we're potentially going to be doing a kit on Roach the C6. If you guys haven't seen that on my page, check it out. It is a disaster. But if you did enjoy today's video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.